resist, and we may spare you.
Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor until who knows when.
Beastman guards have attacked the town. I will never reach Wendell at this rate.
Oh, I didn't want to skip that. Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor till who knows when. Welcome back to the Trials of Mana demo. Let's hopefully let Reese finish what she was saying here.
It needs me. I must find a way out of this place as soon as possible.
Okay, that was it. So we are now in Jadd, which is a city taken over by Ferolian beastmen. These guys right there, with the hairy chests and the abs. And this is now past, we're through with her beginning tutorial part, so we're now in the part where all characters end up at this point. So now I'm sort of in familiar territory here, even though I only went through it once, which means if we go over here, we should get them telling us that we are... Oh, I forgot to add voice acting. Quit gawking and get lost, is what he said. But more importantly, if we go over here... Stop, I beg you. Eek, leave me alone.
What's with that look, huh? Move along, human.
We're given the option to fight or step away, and of course we are going to fight like the Amazonian warrior we are.
If it's a fight you want.
What happened?
Feeling better? Don't go looking for trouble. Those brutes, they won't hold back.
Instantly teleported into the inn where we can find another character who is just asleep. And we can try planting seeds in magic pots. If you're lucky, you may grow a good item. So the reason I wanted to do that was because it's pretty funny when you instantly transition into the inn room. But what's even better is that the innkeeper of this inn is doing this. Constantly, forever. This is his entire existence doing this dance, unless you're talking to him, in which case he stops. It says, how do we get out of this mess now? So yeah, let's go ahead and plant our item seeds. These are magic pots. If you find a seed, try planting it in an inn's magic pot located near the front desk. You can grow items and equipment from various types of seeds. The pot will level up the more seeds you plant. The higher the magic pot level is, the better your chance of getting good items from item seeds. Enemies will drop seeds more often too, so this is an interesting system. I believe your magic pot level is between all different magic pots, so you don't have to keep returning to the same one. So let's plant these and see what we get. That's bright, a magic rope, which we got 2 magic ropes. And a very, very slight level up. That's a strong attack. I assume that helps us escape from a dungeon. Returns party to the entrance, yep. You know what, I think in the last video I said I chose her. I don't think I chose her. I actually think I did choose Reese, but I didn't meet her in the game, which is why she didn't get into my party, because I think I forgot that she was right here, and she was here for Hawkeye as well. The city is pretty interesting because it sort of serves as a gathering point for all the characters. I think you can see each selectable character at some point in this city. I'm scared. You with those invaders, well, you can get out of here with the rest of them. I'm not scared. And I'm not scared, I'm happy that I got this chocolate chest. Out here leads to a boat, I think. We can't go up there. We can't talk to the captain.
Something's not right with the town. Watch yourself.
has some obvious but appreciable advice, and behind these boxes is a secret chest with 1 cup of wishes. I was pretty happy about finding that. And something I forgot to mention towards the when that cutscene was over, when Reese was on that bridge. I'm just gonna run through the town of Boot now, but when Reese was on that bridge talking about the ribbon she wears from her mother, I think there's a lot of, despite the cheesy storyline and goofy voice acting at points, I think there's a lot of heart specifically given to the execution of the cutscenes in this game, and I think that's what makes them so engaging for me. It seems like a game that's just kind of out to have fun. I know the point of games is to have fun, but Trials of Mana doesn't seem like it takes itself too seriously, and I appreciate that sometimes, especially because it's just so damn fun to play, which we will get more into once we get outside of this town. There's a lot more gameplay to be had. But for now, we're just relaxing, taking our time exploring. Let's check out this food shop with a certain other character that you might recognize from our selection screen earlier.
Scared me. Shh. Don't tell them I'm here, okay? Can't be found out. I am one of them, but not with them. Can't let them see me. Don't tell. Please?
Unfortunately, that's all we can do. I am one of them, but not with them. Can't let them see me. Don't tell me, please. This is Kevin, and I really like his outfit, but specifically I like his, the fur he has around his collar, which is kind of like Squall's jacket, but pink. And he's got a big pink puffball hat on his head, too. So we can buy a lot of stuff in the item shop. I haven't bought a single thing in this game yet because stuff just seems really expensive and I haven't needed any of it. So take a quick look around in here and let's see what other buildings have to offer. Don't bark if you can't handle a bite. Pipe down, pup. Oh, that's where we have to go. Oh, I should also mention that in one of these buildings, it's probably this one actually, this character, when I was on Hawkeye, was in the top floor of a building, and she said she was looking for her brother, so it's neat that I kind of got to foreshadow that for myself by playing this demo previously. Welcome. Well, you're welcome in the shop, but I'm out of equipment. Beastmen are ruining my business. That's too bad. Nothing for me to loot, even. And I can't even break this mirror that doesn't have a reflection. Guess I'll have to try my luck elsewhere. There's an item. There's probably nothing in the weapon shop either, but we'll go ahead and jump down there anyway. As long as we see that we're not missing anything obvious. Yeah, we're good. Although, actually, let's see if I can... I want to see if I can walk on this little banister here. I cannot. Because I wanted to look at these birds that I didn't notice before. They're just hanging out, talking. Cute. Oh, missed, but that's fine. One candy, see, and that costs like, what, 50 gold in the shop? That's ridiculous. Oh, I didn't loot the fountain. It's probably just coins, yeah. 2 lucre, 4 lucre, 4 lucre. That's a total of 10 lucre. And here is Duran.
Give me a break. What kind of weapon shop doesn't sell weapons? If this is a joke, I ain't laughing. Come on, these beast guys are itching for a fight. Not sure if I can beat them all on my own, even if I had more weapons. Oh, a headache.
And he just says, what a headache again. I can definitely see why he's considered the primary protagonist in the game. He's on the front of all the cover art, that is to say. And he definitely seems like the cocky shonen swordsman type. Another customer, sorry, we're fresh out of weapons. Couldn't stop those beastmen from taking the line. all of that settled, I think I went in everywhere we could and looted everything I saw. So let's go ahead and head to the objective. Which is right over here in the, I'm gonna assume that's a pub. Can't remember. Oh yeah. And here's Hawkeye.
It might not be my place to meddle, but you should stay inside when beastmen are around. Leave once it's dark instead. They pay less attention to little things like guard duty at night. I'm free until then, if you're looking for some company. Or not. Don't worry, I was joking. See?
Definitely acting the way he did when he was my protagonist. The beastmen are too frightening to fight. It is better to hide. What is upstairs? Anything for me to pick up? Nope. No other character in the bed either.
Beastmen of Ferolia look like humans during the day, but at night, they transform into animals. Don't leave the house after dark. You hear? Hey, if you're trying to leave the city, night is actually best. Once the beastmen transform, they lose their better judgment. The whole lot of them tend to get together and brawl amongst themselves until dawn. It's easier to sneak out of the city then. Good luck.
I will find you, Elliot.
Our goal is to nap until nightfall, and I can only think of one place to do that. The inn with the dancing man. Even though I believe every single store owner has the same model and also dances. Looking for a place to rest, no charge, can't do business with these beastmen in town anyway. I gotta say, when these beastmen first transformed on my first playthrough, I was not expecting them to look quite like that. Okay, so now we have access to the inn and we can save or rest till evening. Let's go ahead and save. Let's see if we can't sneak out. I suppose the stories of beastmen changing forms were true all along. I could still hear them outside the town. Are the scary people gone now, Mama? Where did the beastmen run off to? They left so suddenly. Now I want to see. I don't think I checked the shops again after this point. I want to see if they're. Oh, Durin is still here with the same dialogue. Okay. Okay, yeah, they took all the weapons. So we are free to go ahead and skedaddle on out of here and see what awaits us outside the city. After a battle, you receive bonuses based on your technique. For instance, if you take no damage to defeat the enemy within a certain time frame, you can get more XP than usual. Our objective now is to head to Cascade Cavern in the Rabite Forest, and Rabites are cute little... Hello. Oh gosh, I can't get a good lead on them. Okay, they stopped. Oh, I'm definitely not getting a time bonus for this one. It's interesting, comparatively to Hawkeye, her attacks are a lot more narrow. She doesn't have a lot of wide attacks except for the end one. So I'm probably going to be needing to use that tutorial for, what was it? I think it was BY, right? To do an AoE, or is it YYB, or... Oh, that was it. Oh, you have to actually press that pretty quickly to get it to register. Alright, that's fun. Anyway, I was going to say that Rabite are cute little creatures that are very monasteries. And it kind of makes me feel sad to kill them, but then I get experience and I don't mind as much. So the cavern is way down there, so we're going to take our time and explore every nook and cranny we can. Starting with the beach, which has a chest for us to loot, containing a stardust herb. What does that do? Dispels all ally magic effects. That's interesting. So is it dispels all ally magic effects? That kind of sounds like it gets rid of buffs, but I'm sure it's debuffs. For Luker hanging out in the water there. Oh, I completely missed this. More money. I'll never say no to more money. So after completing this demo and enjoying it so much, I decided to look at some Trials of Mana original gameplay. And it's really impressive how they were able to translate the SNES maps into 3D. They're very, very similar and accurate despite an entirely different perspective. It's really impressive. I'd recommend doing the same if you can. Like everything down to where the trees are placed in the steps. It's cool. Okay, so if we jump and hit a flying enemy, once again, very narrow attacks from Reese here. We can knock them down to the ground and then do a proper combo. So you'll notice, obviously, once the CS gauge is at 100% or higher, it's telling me I can do a skill. I believe each skill costs 100%, or maybe there are skills that don't. But it's interesting because you can only have, when you attack, you get the CS shards, which lets you do these skills. But interestingly, it caps out at 200, so you can't harbor skills for too long. And I like that cap of CS that it places because it encourages you to use skills more often. And also, I mean, they're fun to use in general just because they're flashy, but they also don't take too long. I really like Reese's a lot more than Hawkeye's first one. Keep wanting to hit B to pick up items. And once again, she doesn't have a lot of MP though, which I guess makes sense because I don't believe she's a magic character. Going up is the lakeside town Astoria, and going back the way we came is of course the Jadd stronghold. Yeah, the animation lock was a little bit too long on that for me to not get hit. Let's try a jumping weak attack to bring him down and then do a strong. Okay. A weak attack in the air and then coming down doing a strong attack is probably a little bit more optimal in dealing with flying enemies, if I had to guess. So south is progress, which means we're going to go north. It's just a slight detour anyway. For an item seed for the next magic pot we come across, and 50 lucre, nice. Weighs down our pockets a little more. And here's a nice save point for us. Also, I know I've been talking a lot, so you probably only got to hear the song in the very beginning, but it's really, really relaxing. Slightly repetitive, but it's a very comforting, typical forest exploration tune, and I'm always a fan of those. Lakeside Town Astoria is to the left, and apparently nothing is forward, so we're gonna go forward. 3 enemies seems like a good, nice. 3 enemies seemed like a good amount to use a skill for. See if I can jump over him. Oh. Don't know why I delayed so long to jump. It's interesting because the bonuses are defeating them fast. There's a level up, nice. Because the bonuses are either defeating them without taking damage or defeating them fast. As soon as you take damage, it becomes a rush to do as much DPS as possible. There's a chocolate. I don't think this offshoot is too long. Shucks. Definitely a little harder to not take damage as this character than it was for Hawkeye, just because Hawkeye, like I was saying earlier, has very horizontal moves with a wide arc. Tenluker, okay. Oh, too high. Thank you for the hint about the aerial attack, but I got a game, trust me. Got a lot of crits off on that one. I thought it would be just enough to kill him, but not quite. Hopefully we get a group of 3 again so I can use the skill. So this statue here is very, very Dragon Questy to me. Although it just says question mark when we look at it, but it is very interesting looking. There is an NPC up there, but the chest is more important. With 1 chocolate. Okay, now we can go talk to him once we deal with these mushroom foes. Oh, we can't pick up items in battle. Let's go ahead and use it anyway. Oh, I could have spaced that out a little better. Shucks. He's just mocking me now, realizing I can't even hurt him. I did a lot of damage, 20 if you can get the AoE combo off, the BBY one. BBY is in the button prompts, not the Star Wars dating system.
But I saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too.
Which is short for before the Battle of Yavin, of course. I didn't need to tell you that. So he's just going to keep telling us that no one believes him and that he saw a strange light floating over the lake. And that maybe it'll appear tonight, too. Presumably he's talking about this lake. And that's it. There's some pretty flowers here to admire, but that's the end of this little offshoot, which means we should head to the town we heard about earlier, Astoria. I'm pretty sure some of the enemies probably respawned. Yeah. Oh, that was close. That was no damage, right? Yeah, 15% extra experience. If you can get the best optimal setup and defeat them in less than 10 seconds and also not take damage, which is not happening with these guys. Let's see if we can get behind them and then do the combo. Oh, yeah, that didn't work. I really like the animation for the strong attack. Also interesting that you can use it to sort of position yourself behind the enemy too. And it's stuff like that that really makes this combat system interesting to me. You feel very mobile, but also not invincible with your mobility. Oh, I feel like that should have connected, but okay. Down you go. Another item seed. So you'll notice the game does want us to go to that objective, but I'm going to not do that and instead check out the city first. And we'll poke around in here before ending off. And you are able to escape battle. I think you probably saw that icon appear earlier by accident when I entered a battle. Yeah, the day-night cycle is a little jarring in that everything goes pitch dark for a second. So we're doing pretty good progress-wise here. Obtained 1 candy, so we have a whole town to explore now. And there's also a great song playing too, as you heard. This is the lakeside town of Astoria. That's very helpful information, thank you. I had something else I wanted to say, but what was it? Can't quite remember. Oh well. 2 lucre in this pumpkin patch. These will be ripe soon, what you think? I think I apologize that I'm walking all over them. You're traveling through, right? There's not much around here, but you're welcome regardless. A lot of items to pick up, that's for sure. And I keep hitting that button to pick up items, that's so silly. One medical herb. Yeah, this town's really nice. Oh, well, I guess we're checking out in here. Oh, it's a different innkeeper. We can rest until evening and save, like usual. Let's go ahead and plant all 7 of our items. Yeah, and our level progress between magic pots does carry over. Obtained a storm coin, a fairy walnut, a demon claw, and a cup of wishes, and a Matango oil, and a Lumina icon, and a basilisk. Wow. That was a lot of stuff we just got. Storm coin deals wind magic to area. Okay, so it's like a usable battle thing. Basilisk Fang deals earth damage, chance of petrifying enemy. That sounds like it might be helpful. Lumina icon deals light magic damage. Demon Claw imbues allies' weapon with dark elemental damage. Assassin Eye deals wood magic damage, chance of poisoning enemy and absorbing MP. And the Matango oil reflects magic away from ally once. So these do seem like they might actually be pretty useful. There are items like this, a completely different style of game. Bravely Default has had items where you could deal specific aspected damage, and I never wanted to use them because I always thought, what if I need them? We have 1 point. We'll wait till we have 2 points just so we can get interception there. I'm really bad about using consumables in games like this. I did want to check out this little island before I went inside any other buildings. That was an accident, but I went into that inn room. Very pretty. One item seed. How far can we go? Yeah, I didn't think we could go in the water. Oh, items back here. 1 candy. I don't think I found that before. Also, that was an accident, but there's not much to see in this house anyway, except for a medical herb. So yeah, that's why I just, at least at this point in the game, I can't imagine using a lot of, or buying a lot of items from shops, because the game is so generous about giving you stuff constantly. And I mean money too. That dog does not like Reese. Why is Ponta acting up? She's usually so calm. I don't know, but it's not my problem. I think we only have a few more stops. Oh, there's the dancing again. Let's just sit back and appreciate that for a moment. Alright, that's good stuff. Anything free to pick up? No, that is a big wardrobe, or whatever you want, a big armoire. We can buy a long spear, which is an improvement by quite a big margin, it looks like, unless that's only increasing by 3 and 6, but anyway, let's go ahead and buy it. I want to see if it looks any different. It does, that's a relief. I didn't change any weapons when I played the game previously. Unfortunately, I don't think we can get the... Oh, we can. Nice. Breaking the physics a little bit. Alright, I'm not sure if I checked every little nook and cranny, but I think that's most of Astoria, at least. I think I probably forgot to go in. Probably missed a building here or there, but I don't remember any loot that I really wanted for my previous playthrough, and we'll be coming back here anyway. Oh, I read a sign somewhere. Right here. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We are actually making really, really decent progress through this demo. It's definitely going to be quicker than my previous playthrough. So thank you so much for watching,